Essentially, we're eating bug spit when it comes to honey. However, it's processed bug spit. And bees make honey mainly as food stores to get through the wintertime. So during the spring and the summertime and the fall, when there are flowers out and blooming, bees fly out of their hive, they collect nectar from the flowers, and they bring it back to their hive in a little satchel in their throat that's called their honey crop. Once their honey crop is nice and full, they fly back home where they pass that nectar off to a food storer bee, and the food storer bee will either feed that nectar straight to a baby bee, depending on what's happening in the hive, or she'll find an empty cell where she can spit that nectar into the cell and then process it into honey. And the way nectar is processed into honey is the bees fan it, so they dehydrate all of that moisture that's in nectar. Once it's down to a certain moisture level, the bees will cap that over. It's now honey, and they hold on to it until the winter time. And it is really energy intensive to make this honey. One bee in her entire life will only make about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey. So if you have a 1-pound jar of honey, which is typically how honey is sold, many bees have worked very, very hard for you to have that jar of honey.